Welcome to the stage, Lonnie Jones, everyone.
Thank you. Good night. I got an A. Not only did I get an A for the project, which was a volcano, but I got an A for the semester. Because it was not just any volcano. This was a volcano made with real chemicals. No Coke, no Mentos. These chemicals had to be signed out of the junior college by my chemistry teacher. But before I got the A, there was a knock at the door. And my chemistry teacher went to the door, and there stood my grandfather. And I immediately thought, well, somebody's dead. Because he can't know where my class is, and why would he be here? But he had a finished chemistry project. It was a box, it had sand in it, and it had a clay volcano that had a Dr. Pepper bottle up under it, because we were a Dr. Pepper family. And he brought it to class. Now I know some of you are thinking, well, big deal. A lot of people get their projects brought to them by class. But it was a big deal because when I left home, this project was not completed. It hadn't even been started. But before that, he was upset because he had to buy the clay, and he didn't understand because it was in the middle of the 80s, and a block of clay was about $4, and he kept saying, you can just go out in the backyard and dig up clay. Why do we have to go to the hobby store and get clay? I just don't understand why we're doing this. But I begged him, and I told him, if we go to the store and we get the clay, I'll get an A. So 2 days before this thing was due, I told my professor, or my 10th grade teacher, I said, I'm not going to be able to finish it because I can't get the clay to go around the bottle, and I don't know how to make it, and so I can't turn the project in. He said, you won't get a D or you won't get an F, but I'll give you a good grade because I know that you put the research in and you've been researching. He knew this because he had gone to the junior college and he'd gotten all the chemicals, because I got a chance to play with fire and sulfur and nitrate and things that I probably shouldn't have been playing with, and he saw me doing the experiments. So before all this happened, my grandfather built a greenhouse on the back of the house. And it wasn't just any greenhouse. It had electricity, and it had windows, and a lot of other stuff. I mean, this greenhouse was better than some people's houses. No, not that kind of greenhouse. No. It was a real, well, it actually was green. Because my grandmother wanted a greenhouse, out of all people. So before the greenhouse, he put a new roof on the house. And he put a new roof on the house because my grandmother decided that she wanted a den, and she wanted a laundry room and another bathroom and a linen closet and 2 closets. And my grandfather was the kind of man that he didn't get contractors. He did it himself. So he got guys from the neighborhood, and they did the greenhouse, and they put the roof on, and they put the extra room on there, and I would wake up, and it was hammers and nails, and I would smell the sawdust, and for a brief minute, I tried to decide how could I sell the sawdust to my friends and make money, and I didn't know what they were going to do with it, but I just felt like I could put it in a bag and somehow make money and not go to jail. But before he did all of that, in 1971, he decided to adopt me and raise me as his own, because my father died and we didn't know where my mom was. And so he said, this is my last surviving male relative, so I'll take him in. And along with my grandmother, when they should have been celebrating and enjoying retirement in their 60s, they took me in. But before all that happened, way 1912, I think, or 1916, when he was in the 3rd grade, his dad came to school, and he took him out of school. And he said, well, it's harvest, and I need you to come and harvest the farm. And that would be the last time that he would ever sit in a classroom. But a few years before then, in 1905, he was born. And thus begins the story of a man who 35 years ago, when I was 15, walked in a chemistry class, and helped me to get an A. Thank you.